So we were a part of an e-com automation offer that skyrocketed to 30 million in revenue in just 11 months, all from paid traffic, from $0 to 30 million in revenue. There was no history of the company. They didn't have any content online. They weren't doing anything else. They didn't have any experience in the space. It was a brand new launch, and they were the epitome of ready, fire, aim. They wanted to sell and then build. And did they sell? Yes. We put together a great offer. We knew how to run ads, and they skyrocketed. But despite that explosive growth, the company collapsed. And so, in this video, I'm going to break down the two biggest mistakes that they made and how you can avoid them if you are running traffic right now to a high ticket offer. And that is your primary source of getting leads and closing deals and getting revenue in the door. So let's dive in. The number one mistake that they made is they didn't build what we call a reputation moat. This is basically a proactive strategy to protect your online image, your entire digital footprint. So for them, as sales skyrocketed, they ignored the flood of negative feedback, and by the time they realized it, it was too late. Reputation management couldn't solve it. By the way, if you want to get our free in-depth guide to building this reputation moat, I go into a lot more. You can get that below. Just click in the description of this video and you'll see that. So let me tell you the second reason that this company failed. And this is really, at the end of the day, the main reason. And what happened behind the scenes is this is a common tale. The company was scaling fast, and we advised them, pause your ads, fix fulfillment, dig your reputation moat, and build that up, and then get this stuff figured out. But they didn't listen, because the numbers were too good. When you're hitting 3 million, 4 million, 5 million each and every month, bringing in tons of cash, um, it's quite a roller coaster. So they were hiring like crazy, putting warm bodies in every position just to try to really solve the issues which were under the surface. This volcanic sort of thing was about to blow up, um, but but they didn't solve that. They should have paused the ads, fixed the reputation, and then fix a few other things, fire the sales team. Like there's a bunch of, it's painful stuff, but they should have done that. They really, at the end of the day, missed one very important thing. Fulfillment couldn't keep up to their growth. And without a plan to protect that reputation early, bad reviews started to flood in. Every angry customer became a public liability. We had people on TikTok literally doing a daily video of their progress with their Amazon store, and it was they were seeing results, and they actually prioritized him because he was basically putting himself out there. They should have been creating their own content. They started to do that, but it wasn't super great value-driven content. But then from there, every broken promise turned into a Reddit post, a YouTube video, whatever, eventually a class action lawsuit. So here's the thing: rapid growth without a foundation is like building a mansion on sand. So you must create a buffer between your brand and the internet's outrage machine, if you want to call it that. And in many cases, in this particular case, the outrage was warranted, right? But you can get out in front of that, and with a strong reputation moat, you can have you can really protect yourself. So here's what a reputation moat is made of: proactive customer engagement, right? So customer support, fulfillment that's stellar, exemplary deliverability, actually delivering on what your marketing promises. um, there's other things too, like social listening tools, working in Reddit more intentionally, building a Reddit empire, Trustpilot, making sure that you have a good system in place for getting Trustpilot reviews, lots of things, refunds and support workflows, all of that kind of back end stuff to really help with the reputation is going to help you. But the biggest thing is honest brand transparency, right? Brand transparency can come through in your content that you create. If you skip that, you're playing Russian roulette with your reputation. So this CEO, he was young, brilliant guy. He's still I consider him a friend. But when the pressure hit, these things weren't in place. And eventually they laid off over 100 of their employees. They filed for bankruptcy within the year after that, I believe. But that's what happened. A $30 million rise followed by a brutal fall, and it could have been preventable. Don't wait for disaster to happen. Download our free guide to building a reputation moat today. Seriously, it's not fluff. It's an intense, in-depth guide. It's the exact framework that I wish we had in place at the time for them. Um, and frankly, it's one of the reasons we put together some of our offers that we do. But yeah, get that guide below, right there, right down there. Check that link. And if you want to see how we use Reddit to build indestructible reputation moats for high ticket offers, then watch this video somewhere around here. There's going to be another video, and we'll see you there.